I'd like to take you on a journey about water, about how important it was for the birth of our city, and how, as stewards for this beautiful resource that runs through us, it's not only important for our survival, but that it can also help usher in a renaissance for our city. The river we know as the St. Joseph has a long history of sustaining humans who have interacted with her. The Potawatomi called her Sagwazibe, which means mystery river, and refers to the legend of a mysterious visitor who returned to her shores. She served as an important transportation route for the early Americans and Native and French settlers. And at the point where she bends south, it was a relatively short portage from her waters to the Kankakee River, bearing travelers to the Illinois and on to the Mississippi. I have a bag of locally made chocolate for anyone who can tell me what natural resource the French exploited on our shores to make their fortunes. Fur. Who said fur? Sorry. She was closest on my bad throw. Our QR code is on that, by the way. Yes, the fur trade. You could say that the fur trade was this area's first international industry. Thanks to the stewardship of the Native Americans before us, the Great Lakes watershed and the Kankakee marshland held vast resources of wildlife and timber. This was a veritable pantry of food for the growing cities around us, as far away as Chicago. Two settlements grew up on either side of the river. The people at the South Bend carved two races on either side of the river. These were used for the mill industries to set up shop. This also was the beginning of the Industrial Revolution in South Bend. The races allowed these industries to tap the moving water of the river to power the factories that made fabric, furniture, and iron tools. Early in 1900, James Oliver built the country's most modern hydroelectric plant. This move allowed him to expand his business to the point that he built the beautiful Oliver Hotel to accommodate international visitors. This hotel was lit by Oliver's electricity. The industries that grew up along this river brought us to the city we are today, with several universities, 100,000 people, and changing businesses. Businesses come and go, ideas come and go. Most of the wildlife and fur and the timber trade, the timber is gone, but the river is still here. The river is a destination of recreation and entertainment. Last fall, our city installed a 62 kilowatt hydroelectric turbine on the east race of the South Bend of the river. Yay. Every raindrop, every trickle, every creek and every stream that enters into our river is part of the 94,000 square mile Great Lakes watershed. This is the largest surface freshwater in the world. It is no surprise that people are beginning to fight all over the world. So when I say that if water is the next oil, this is surely going to be the next Saudi Arabia here in the Midwest. What happens to rain in South Bend? Well, when it rains, trees and deep-rooted plants return the water to the soil naturally and back to the river. But on asphalt roofs and lawns, that rainwater collects pollutants such as salt and pesticides. The polluted water goes into our sewer system, and without enough capacity, we know it gets discharged into the river. Our city is working on solutions below ground to address this, but there are beautiful alternatives to this. Permeable pavers and green roofs capture and filter rainwater and return it to the watershed naturally. Homeowners can install rain barrels that collect rainwater for their gardens. 2 years ago, we initiated the Rain Barrel Project, asking artists and school children to paint rain barrels that were underwritten by local businesses and then sold at auction. This project tapped a groundswell of passion for water in our river. From this project, we formed the Greening the Bend, because we recognize that conserving energy and treating water as a precious resource rather than waste can be a beautiful thing for our city. What can you do to help? You can follow Greening the Bend on Facebook, follow our website, volunteer, donate your time, energy, and services, and you can attend the Rain Barrel Ball, September 7th, 2013. Evening wear and garden gloves recommended but not required. Our city owes its birth to water and the stewardship of the Native Americans who came before us. Let us be good stewards of the past for the generations of the future by protecting this natural resource that runs through us. I'm Kathleen Petitjean, and we're Greening the Bend.